Hi guys, let me show you how to cut and sew this beautiful dress that you are seeing right now. This dress has a collar, elastic on the waist and the pocket. Okay, it's a long straight dress. Okay, so stay tuned and watch till the end. Firstly, I started by measuring out the fabric I used on this dress. And the fabric I use is an Ankara fabric, and I'm using 3.5 meters to make this style. Okay. So now, after measuring out the 3.5, I have to divide it into two in order for me to separate the front and the back. So after separating the front and back, I front. I folded the front and marked the front and back. So I marked out the starting point, the bust point, the under bust point, the hip line, the new line, and the length of this dress. So after marking it out, I draw the horizontal lines to connect them together. Okay, so after connecting it together, the next thing I will do is to mark out the neck measurement. The neck width is 3 inches, while the neck depth is 3 inches. But this is a keyhole neckline because I'll be adding a collar. Okay, so I later cut out the neck depth and added extra 5 inches. I will show you when we get uh, to that point. Okay, so this is the length of the dress. The length I'm using here is 58 inches, and I added 2 inches sewing allowance. So now I've connected the necklines. The next thing I will do is to get my shoulder measurements. So before I do that, I marked out the neck depth again. Like as I said earlier, this is a dress with a collar. So I added an extra tape from the 3 inches in order for me to get the neck depth. Okay, so now I marked out the shoulder, which is 9 inches, and I marked 9.5. The shoulder is 18. Okay, I marked the armhole and connected the line and give my armhole curve. So now I divided my armhole into two because my armhole is 9 inches. So I divided it into two, which is 4.5. And the purpose of this is to curve my armhole. And I went out by half an inch and drew a straight line from the shoulder and stopped from the 4.5, and from that 4.5 I have to curve my um armhole. So the next thing I did here is to mark my body measurement. The body measurement is the bust point, the under bust point, the waistline, the hip line, the knee line, and the length of the dress. So I'm marking out the body measurement of this dress now, as you can see. Then after marking it out, I connected all the lines together. So I'm cutting out the neck, the neck. Now I went down by 1 inch to curve my shoulder, as you can see. Then I'm cutting out the body measurement. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and don't also forget to watch this video to the end. If you have subscribed already, thank you very much. So we are still cutting out the and if you're yet to subscribe, thank you also. So now I'm cutting the back side of this dress. The back side is not gonna take much time. The only thing we need to do is to max out um the zipper allowance and curve the waist area in order to avoid zip bulge. Okay, so this is the waistline I marked now, and from the shoulder line I marked out um half an inch, and marked out 1 inch on the waistline in order for me to curve out the back in order to avoid um zipper bulge. Okay, so after curving it out, now the next thing I will do is to cut um the armhole. So just watch carefully and see what I'm doing here. So the next thing I did is just to get the front side of this dress and placed it on top of the back, and at the back neck width is 3 inches, while the back neck depth is 1 inch, and I slant the shoulder. I cut out the shoulder and curve it out and cut the back side of this dress. So guys, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. In case if you don't understand anything, if you have any question, you can drop it at the comment section. So the front and back is ready. So now this I'm cutting out the neck depth. Can you see the neck now? So we are about to cut the sleeve now. I folded the fabric into two. You can see it's a small piece. So I marked out where my curve will stop. I first marked out the round sleeve measurement. Then I marked out 4 inches from the starting point. That is where my curving will stop. Then I marked out the round sleeve, and the next thing I will do now is to cut it out. Can you see it? So I'm cutting out the sleeve. After cutting out the sleeve, the next thing I will do is to um cut the facing of the front side of this dress. I just pick up extra fabric and place the front side, the neckline area. I place it on top of the fabric and cut it exactly as it is. So now I'm shaping the down part of the um facing. So watch carefully and see what I will do here. I place the facing down and place the fabric up in order for me to sew the neck line. So before I do that, I pinned it. The reason why I'm pinning it, I can sew it without a pin, but the reason why I'm pinning it is in order for me to show you, in order for me to show you how to pin it in case if you cannot sew it without a pin. So now can you see I'm sewing the neck. After sewing the neck, I have to open the extra like the keyhole area. Can you see it? And notch it. So the next thing I will do is to turn the facing inside, and the fabric, the main fabric will be outside, meaning that as you are seeing it now, the facing is down while the main fabric is up. Please feel free to ask questions. I will answer you and I will reply to you at any given time. So the neckline is ready. The next thing I will do is to top stitch the remaining fabric on the upper side area where I make a space to fix the collar. So remember, this area I did not turn it with the facing, I rather top stitch on top of it. So it is time to join the shoulder. Right side facing right side and wrong side facing wrong side. So I sew from the wrong side. So I'm done joining the shoulder. The next thing I'm joining now is the sleeve. Remember, I folded the sleeve, the round sleeve area, the hemming area by 1 inch. But if you want to make it 2 inches or 1.5 inches, is okay. It's up to you. But for this one, I use 1 inch um for the hemming area, which is the folding of the sleeve. So now I closed it by 1 inch. Remember, we added 1.5 inches when we were cutting, 2 inches when we are cutting. By this time around, I decided to hem it by, I decided to close the side of this dress by 1 inch because I wanted it to be, um, because I want it to be a free dress. So now it is time to insert the elastic on the elastic that you're seeing on the waist area of this dress. The elastic I marked out from the shoulder line till 16 inches, and from there I go down again from 1.5 inches. And can you see the way I will sew it? I will sew from the first line, which is the 16 inches, and flip it over to the extra 1.5 inches that I added. Now can you see how I'm closing it? Can you see the elastic is done? The neckline. It is now time to fix the collar on this dress. So you first measure the neck. You measure the round neck of this dress. So whatever thing you get from this round neck, as you can see me measuring it now, I'm measuring it step by step in order for me to get the accurate measurement. So I after measuring it, I'll then go to my table and cut out the collar from what I get from this neck measurement. So now it is time to cut the collar. I for the neck round neck is 16 inches. So 16 inches divided into 2 is 8, and I added half an inch for the sewing allowance. So after marking it, I cut it like so. And for the upper side now, where the area I'm cutting right now is the upper side, I have to give it a curve. It's not a straight cutting, as you can see. So the next thing I will do is to pick up a gum stay and gum it. So as you can see now, I'm done gumming it. Can you see how I fold the first side of this collar, which is the side I gummed. Then I folded it first, and I hem it, then place it on top of the other fabric, and give half an inch. Remember, I folded half an inch on the side of this gum stay, so that's half an inch. I minus it before placing it on the collar, on the other side of the collar. So after placing it, I sew it and turn it. Can you see I'm turning it now? It is now time to fix the collar on the dress. So you first of all marked out the center uh, point of this collar. So after marking out the center point of this collar, you notch it. I mean, you cut it. You notch the center part of this collar. Then that center part, you start to sew from where there is no gum stay, and you place it on the fabric. You can place it from the inside, you can place it from the outside, depending on how you want to position it. So after marking it and placing it together, you sew it around the neck. So now the next thing I will do after sewing it around this neck is to turn it over and sew to the front side. Can you see it now? Because I have folded this side already, the next thing I will do just to place it on top and top stitch on it. Can you see now the collar is ready? This dress is ready. Everything is fine, neatly sewn. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.